Good afternoon, everybody. Thanks for joining us today. My name's Andrew Cucinotta. I am one of the customer success coaches here at Bright MLS. Today, we're going to be taking a quick look at our Create Custom Reports function. This is by far and wide one of the most powerful statistical tools you guys have available to you in Bright MLS. Now, where do we find that tool? Well, if you look here on our screen, we are going to go first to the Market tab across the top. Once we get into market, well, you have the home demand index, great report. If you haven't checked it out, please do. That's an industry first and exclusive to Bright. But today we are going to be taking a look at create custom reports. Okay. One of the most flexible statistical tools that you guys have available in Bright as well. So one of the things that I like about the custom reports is that you can really hone in on whatever defined geographic region you'd like. You're not limited to zip codes, school districts, postal cities, MLS areas or townships, subdivision communities. You're not limited by that. You can come in here to the map search. Okay. Now, it's a slightly different map layout than most of us are used to when we're searching in MLS listings or public record, but functionality remains the same. Layout looks a little different. If we come off here to the right, we can see our custom shape options. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and zoom into a general area. So to kind of highlight how this works, say we wanted to be on the north side of 30, but we didn't want to cross the river and we wanted to stay in this general area. Well, there may be some overlapping school districts, zip codes that we could use, but again, to highlight how flexible this tool is, well, we can go to draw a polygon, draw a radius, rectangle, whichever. I tend to like the polygon. We can go ahead and just kind of trace down Route 30, north on 1, right up 76 along the river, through Conshohocken, back down 476, and there you go. So right there, basically what we did is we told the map that we only want to pull statistical data from that geographic region, okay? So from there, we can go ahead and use that as our mapping area. We click OK. We now have map area selected. That tells us that it's now using that location on the map. Okay, so again, very flexible. You can create as big a shape or as small a shape as you'd like. Just keep in mind, the smaller the area that you are pulling statistics for, the higher the chances that you're going to have some spotty data because, well, there's just not that many transactions occurring in a smaller geographic region. So keep that in mind when generating statistics. So we have that area selected. Now, what kind of statistics do we want to produce? Well, on the left, we have our system presets. Those are great. Play with them. We're going to take a look at customize. Now, you see I have presets here that I have saved. We'll show you how to do that as well. Once we go under customize, it's going to give us 3 items that we have to identify. Over what time period do we want to pull these statistics? Now, I'm going to go past 12 months because that is going to allow for kind of like a rolling search, I guess you could say. So it's not a defined time period per se. It's just 12 months in the past from the current date. Okay, so that'll allow us to save it and then continue to pull updated reports. Statistic, well, you have quite a few. One of my favorites, 2 of my favorites, I should say, are sale price average and sale price median. I'm going to go median, and I'm going to group that on a month-to-month basis. Now, one of the things that you do want to always do when creating a custom report is go to style options, and you're going to see display values. You always want to display values so you actually get a number at the top of your bar graph. So right now, what we're doing is taking a look at that selected map area on the map, right? Now that was Route 30 to 76, 476 to Route 1 or City Avenue, okay? So we have that built out. Off to the right, okay, I'm going to do residential property type. You could do whatever you'd like. You could do multiples, but again, I'm just going to try to keep it simple. You know, those good old sales acronyms, KIS, keep it simple, all right? We're going to go residential. I'm not going to enter any beds, bath values, square footage, or price range information. That's what I want to that's what I want to be returned in my search. So I'm not actually going to use it as a criteria. But one of the things to keep in mind, depending on what market you are working in, if you have higher value homes, well, keep in mind, you're not going to have as high of a buyer pool. So you then may want to take into account some of those additional fields off to the right to really narrow those results to the properties that are really relevant for your market area. Okay. So, in summary, we are looking at the median sale price over the last 12 months, and we're going to be grouping it on a month-to-month scale within that map area that we selected on the map, and we are only going to look at residential property. Okay. But keep in mind, if you just wanted to go with MLS area, you could do that. Again, if you're in Pennsylvania, New Jersey, you can always go postal city or uh, add additional fields, right? So you see I've added a zip code. I can do structure type, ownership interest. You have a lot of flexibility here. So just as you have additional fields in public records, MLS listing search, you have them here in this tool as well. So now that we have it built out, we're going to click generate. All right. So right now, we can see we are using that map shape search, and we are looking at residential property, and it is taking into account 577 listings. All right. So that is just a quick rundown of our create custom reports. All right. If you'd like to learn more about this, guys, join us for a couple of our training sessions, or go to brightmls.com. Under the education tab, you are going to see an option to connect with a coach. All right. There you can sit down in a session with a coach and maybe up to one other agent, and we can go over this in more depth. But again, this is the create custom reports section of Bright. How did we get there? We go to market across the top. Again, I am going to give a quick plug for Home Demand Index. Guys, if you haven't checked that out, please do so. A lot of good info there. It's a forward look into buyer activity. Again, industry first, exclusive to Bright. But today we were going over create custom reports. So that is how we get there. Market across the top, create custom reports, and then you can work on your inputs. If you'd like to learn more, please check out our search help topics. That is going to be under support at the top of the Bright website. And just below that, you'll see search help topics. Or go to education, click on the connect with a coach option. All right, guys. Well, I just wanted to say thank you for joining us on that brief presentation on create custom reports. My name is Andrew Cucinotta, one of the customer success coaches here at Bright. Please join us for our next session. Thanks again, guys. Have a great day. Enjoy your holiday.